we've been able to share information with people all over the world. And that is a really powerful tool. That's the power, I think, of the internet. For example, one of the first things we offered on our website was, a basic guide about how to begin to live plastic free. We took the idea of the 3 R's that they teach children in school: reduce, reuse, recycle, and we added a fourth R to the front, and that is, whenever possible, refuse. To refuse single-use plastic. So when you arrive to a shop to buy some food, when you're traveling, look around for a moment and really think about how you could do this with no plastic or plastic free, or choose a different packaging material if it's available. So it's really just, the first part of it is really just an awareness component, which is to open your eyes and begin to understand and see a problem. Because until you wake up to this, you don't see the problem. We've become very oblivious to it. You walk down the street, there might be plastic garbage in the roadway, and you don't notice it so much because we live in this kind of fast food world. So it's really around us all the time. It's flying by us, and advertising like magic realism, flying through the air, and it's colored, and it's this and it's that. It's like all these crazy things, and you just don't see it, in a sense. And I think, for example, one of the projects that joined our coalition is called The Last Plastic Straw. And Jackie Nunez, who's the founder of The Last Plastic Straw, she's now a program director with us with that project. She really looks at plastic straws as just a gateway to help people begin to flip the switch and start seeing that we don't need all these single-use disposable items in our life. We don't need them. They're not necessary. For a rare amount of people, yes, I understand a straw is necessary. And personally, I like straws, so I carry stainless steel straw with me. I like straws, but we don't need them. And so I think that's a really great kind of gateway to begin to understand you don't need a plastic straw. If you travel a lot like I do, or you go to school, or you go to work every day, invest in a reusable little kit, bamboo utensils. I have a kit with chopsticks and a fork, knife, and spoon. I bring it with me everywhere. And if I'm out with my niece and nephew and they want to have some yogurt, one of them can use the spoon, one can use the fork, and I'll figure out how to eat my yogurt with the chopsticks or something else. So, one kit can go a long way, and I always have it with me. Or, for example, when I go out every day or when I'm traveling, I carry an insulated steel cup, and I carry a steel water bottle if I'm going long distances and I know that I'm going to be needing water. So, these are simple things. Or just carry a little fold-up bag with you, or a canvas bag. I keep them on the back of all the doors, so that and I keep them in the car. I keep them near my bicycle. So if you're going out, you don't have to think about it. It's nearby you, and you remember, oh yeah, I'm going to the market. I'm going to the farmer's market. I'm going to a shop. Why don't I just bring a bag with me? So it's really, there's something kind of fun about it in a way, because you're actually learning a new behavior, and I think you're expanding your brain.
There are a lot of so-called little things that add up to big things that people don't think about that they are doing. Could you bring an example?
There are a couple key things that people have really no idea that they're doing something that's negative for the environment. And one is contact lenses. These disposable plastic contact lenses, people have been flushing them down the toilet. And apparently that's not the right thing to do with them. In the same way, it's not the right thing to flush old pharmaceuticals and medicines down the toilet. This is also a bad thing to do. So as we become more conscious that these are actually things that can impact waterways, the ocean, water treatment facilities, I think at some point, honestly, we'll probably stop putting toilet paper down the toilet, because I don't think we should put anything in the toilet. And we may wake up one day and think the whole concept of a toilet was a pretty stupid idea, because we're wasting water. When there are people around the world who are fighting just to have access to some clean water to drink, it really makes you think about the way that we manufacture and produce materials. And personally, it makes me feel that it's important to use reusable things, which are more precious, and to care for them and to keep them clean and to reuse them again and again. But I'll give you another example besides the contact lenses. Cigarettes. I used to smoke. I quit almost 30 years ago, 25 years ago. I had never knew that the filter on a cigarette was plastic. I just didn't know that. And that is why when people do cleanups and beach cleanups, you find so many cigarette butts because they don't break down in the environment because they're plastic. And I think that most people, well, two things. Now, based on what I know about human health and the effects and the impacts of the chemicals used to make plastic, I think it's probably not safe for people's health to be smoking through plastic or to be using e-cigarettes or vape. All these things are plastic. Not good to be pulling hot fire, hot coil, hot smoke through a plastic item. So that's not good for you. But at the same time, I had no idea that I was completely polluting the environment when I put a cigarette out in nature because I thought that the cigarette was made of paper. I mean, obviously it's got to, if you're smoking a cigarette with a filter, it's made out of something. I never thought about it. I never thought about it before. And I meet people all the time who smoke and they don't know that the filter's made out of plastic and that it is polluting the environment and polluting the ocean. So